DJ Wayne, Race City, USA, Mooresville, North Carolina. Today we are at the North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame and Museum. We're going to go inside, take a tour, and then we're going to go find the North Carolina Auto Racing Walk of Fame. They say it's in uptown Mooresville. I've never been there before, so let's go take a look. Let's go see what's inside. All right, we are here inside the North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame, and we have Mr. Bob Hissom, who has been a part of this organization for just about 28 years, just shy of 30. And he's going to give us just a quick tour of the museum.
Okay. Well, first vehicle we'll go to here is a 1994 Bobby Rahal Indy car. This is the real thing. And Bobby Rahal's from around Dublin, Ohio, outside of Columbus. It's a very well-known driver. Now the other one over here too is a 1940 Ford. This is Don Miller's friend owned this car. He passed away outside of Seattle, Washington. And this is a real barn find. A real barn find. Where was it found? Do we know what state?
Yeah, it was outside of Seattle, Washington.
Outside,
so it was outside of Seattle.
Yeah.
Good deal.
Just that he had two of them right there, and he had one that was pretty decent shape right there. And this one here was back in the barn, been in there for years and years and years right here. And so that's went down to get the other car that he left to him in the will. That his wife said, "I want you to take this car too." So that's what Don just left this as a barn find.
Wow.
That's really what it was. This is a 1959 Ford Thunderbird that Homer and Moody built. This is the original car. There was 8 of them that Ford Motor Company got a hold of Homer and Moody in Charlotte, and they wanted them to build 8 race cars. Well, they started to build them. Big Bill France caught wind of it and said, "This will not race and get national race center."
He said it would not.
No, it would not, because this was a sports car.
Ah.
Your Ford Thunderbirds and your Corvettes were your 2 sports cars in the United States. But Bill France let them build one by Nascar specs. I tried out. They wanted to make sure that this car aerodynamic wasn't any better than the regular 59 Ford, 59 Chevrolet, Buick, Pontiac, whatever was going to be out there running. Studebaker, whatever. Right? So that's anyway that they did, and they found out this car didn't really have any more aerodynamics much than anything else. Now this is also a zipper top, where you can unbolt the top, and then you can run it like in the convertible series.
Nice.
So a lot of people, first thing they want to know what this plexiglass on the hood's for.
That's what I was wondering.
Well, when you're going around the track in Daytona, you got a lot of sand in the air. So this is a shield where the sand comes up over when the wind's blowing and you're running 150, 160 mile an hour. That sand will hit that shield, and it keeps your windshield from getting pitted.
Nice. Because they didn't have tear-offs back in the day.
You know, exactly right. What you have is water bottle right there to rag. It had to be real fast to get it cleaned out of there too. This here's a 39 Ford that the First Lady of Racing, Louise Smith, drove. And Louise, she was from Barnesville, Georgia, where she was born at in 1916. She didn't start racing until she was 34 years old.
Wow.
And she won 39 trophies in her racing career. She raced from 1945 to 1956. She raced against the Flock brothers, Red Byron, the first champion. Just different people like that through the years. Now she won most of her races between 1945 and 1949. But she'd run from Daytona, come right out and go to Langhorne, Pennsylvania, Hamburg, New York right there. She runs some in southern Canada right there. And I bet she come back down like into Kentucky, Atlanta. Just like all the tracks right there that they ran right there, she ran right with it. But Louise, in 1999, she was inducted to the International Motorsports Hall of Fame in Talladega as the first female stock car driver.
Wow, that's
Since
great.
then, there's been 2 other ladies been inducted in. That was Schrader Downey with drag racing. And Janet Guthrie with IndyCar racing. This car right here has been around so many places right there, and finally they don't take it out of town anymore. So we've had this car for probably about 10, 11 years.
Well, it is beautiful. I like that color purple.
That's a beautiful color, and I know Curtis's last wife, Bunny Turner. I know Bunny very well right there. And I had her come in one time right there, and she said that she had heard about the car, and also Margaret Sue was Curtis's daughter by another marriage. And I've had Margaret Sue come in there, and she fell in love with the car. She had seen pictures of it. Bunny come in, and we have a Stetson hat back here, and then also got some wingtip shoes and everything. And Bunny hadn't seen those before either right there. So she come in, she walked around the corner up front there, and the car was sitting up there where the Indy car's at, and she just stopped at her tracks. She could not believe it. I said, why don't you get in there and sit down in that thing? So she got in there, and we got all kind of pictures of her. Fantastic lady.
Bet she was smiling for hours.
She was smiling for a long time.
That's great.
Famous Hudson Hornet. Yeah, now this is a 1954. They made it from 1949 to 1954. This one here is a replica paint job, but it's a real 1954 Hudson Hornet. The gentleman that has it right there, that he was a big Ronnie Thomas fan, and so he decided to just put all the decals on the side of it and make it look like the race car.
I'm a big Disney fan, so of course I love the movie Cars.
and I have another story too, another crazy case right there about cars back in this era. Well, let's just go back here.
Yeah, let's take a look. I have 1948 Tucker.
Preston Tucker was a guy that invented all kind of stuff, like your plastic bubbles. They had like B-17s and B-25s and stuff like that with the machine guns sticking out of it.
Yeah.
He's the one that designed those.
Oh, wow.
And so anyway, he was going to build a car. So he built a 1948 Tucker. Went to the Chicago show out there, the car show. Mm-hmm. And debuted right there. They built 50 of these cars. Only like around 21 of them got out because there was a lot of stuff went on and things like that that wasn't above the board right there.
Oh, gotcha.
But anyway, Jeff Bridges played Tucker in a movie about this car right here. Okay, now I found out later on in 1950, people would not buy the Tuckers because they were just an ugly car to them. It was a car in the future.
Yeah, that's what it looks like even looking at it now.
Yeah. But in 1950, at Mount Oliver, Pennsylvania, there was a guy had a used car lot. He got a Tucker in on a trade and couldn't sell it. So there was a guy that lived just down the street that was a dirt racer. So he asked him if he would make a race car out of it, if he would take it to race. So that's what he did right there. And they come up with this car here in the Roblox building over there. I have some stuff at the house, a whole bunch of information on it. In 1950, they took this to Canfield, Ohio, the Canfield 300. Mm-hmm. They took the car up there. He qualified it. They started the race through the green flag. He broke a right rear axle in it before he got the first lap in. Mm. So he was done for the day. A month later, they went to Rochester, New York, to the Monroe County Fairgrounds, and the guy that owned the car right there, that he went to Big Bill, France, and talked him in, let his driver take that car and take the winner of the race on it for a one-lap shootout, which was Curtis Turner.
Curtis Turner, okay.
Of all people, for him to go to run against. Well, went out there, he broke another axle. So that was the end of the race car Tucker.
Wow.
Now, this Tucker Has a Franklin helicopter engine, a rear engine.
Okay.
Engine in it. Has the suicide doors on it, and the front of it is actually your trunk where your hood is. It's got a 4-piece luggage set to come with that car. It fit in there just perfect.
So when you bought it, that's what came with it.
That's what came with it. Now, I went on eBay here back in the first part of February, just looking around. I found a 1948 Tucker barn find, and I had this diorama already.
I love it. That's a nice find right there.
Yep.
So again, we are at the North Carolina Auto Racing Museum in Race City, USA, Mooresville, North Carolina. It's a beautiful day. As I said, we're recuperating from Atlanta. It's a nice cooler day, and we are thankful for the wonderful volunteer staff here giving us a little tour.
Okay, yeah, now this is a Dodge Avenger. This is an IROC car. This is Ken Schrader's car that we went out to Ken's shop and lived, we lived around the Charlotte area here. And we asked him if he had anything that we could get for the museum here. He says, I've got something in the back. So we walked back in his shop, and they had a tarp over this car. When he pulled that tarp off, this is what we found, this Dodge Avenger.
He said, go ahead and put it on the truck and take it with you.
There you go. But this car right here, I think we've had this about 8 years now.
Wow. Ken Schrader IROC.
And that's the one he drove.
Yeah. So this is part of the North Carolina Auto Racing Walk of Fame that we're going to visit after we leave here today.
Yes, and the first person we inducted in was Richard Petty in it.
Back in 1997.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we're definitely going to check that out and visit there. I saw that this morning and said, I have never been there, so we're going to find it.
Now on the wall right here, Laxton, we have one ourselves right here. See, like 97's Richard Petty.
Yeah.
98's Bobby Allison. And in 1999, of course, the famous Tim Flock back in the early 50s was the Flock brothers. And the Junior Johnson, Big Bill Fast was in 2000, and manager.
All the way along.
Then the thing goes on. But now we've inducted more people. What we got shown here at the museum, we go to run out of space here. But over Main Street, one by the Citizen Center, you come down past the Ward Museum over there, Richard's Coffee Shop right there. You will see each section right there with inductees been inducted into the Hall of Fame right there.
Wonderful. I look forward to visiting.
A Ford GT, it's like July 4th, 2002, that Tony Stewart and Elliott Forbes Wallace, great road racer. And matter of fact, a little over a year ago, Elliott Forbes Wallace has become one of our board members.
Okay.
But this car ran into 24 hours of Daytona, and it won the race by Crawford Racing, which is over in Denver. They've been in the business for like about 30-some years, building the GT cars and things like that.
So 4th of July 2002, this car won.
Yes, this car won at 24 hours of Daytona.
We like our Tony Stewart. Go smoke.
This is a 1994 Harry Gant car, Mr. September. He won all 4 races in September that year, and this is one of the winning cars.
Mr. Taylorsville, North Carolina.
Yes. Mr. Harry Gant.
Mr. Harry Gant, 1993.
The Crestwood truck here, this is Johnny Benson's truck.
Johnny Benson.
Johnny Benson was a really great driver. I think he was from up around Wisconsin area. And he one of the nicest people that I've ever met in my life. He's just a super good guy. He walked on the street, he'll speak to him, but he'll stop and say hi, maybe shake your hand, stuff like that. He's just a great guy.
Nice, Johnny Benson.
Mm-hmm. Tim Richmond, as far as I'm concerned, was the best race car driver. There's a lot of people disagree with me on it right there, but you could take him and put him in anything to drive. whether it's powerboat racing, which he did after the season over, he'd go to Florida, run powerboats and things like that. Tony Stewart was a lot like him. This 27 old Milwaukee car. This is original car. Billy Ryan over in Denver owns this car. That he rebuilt this car right here. Just made it pretty like that, but it is the original.
Original Race 10 Richmond, number 27, Old Milwaukee.
Yes. It was 1987 Fastback Pontiac. Richard Petty owns this car.
1987 Fastback.
87. Yeah, now then the next car got over here.
I see that Pepsi bottle there, that Richard Petty Pepsi bottle there.
Exactly. And this car right here is a Cal Petty number 42 car. This is a Felix Savata car.
Felix Sabata, okay.
And this is one of Tony Stewart's championship cars here.
Yeah, there's smoke. So when he drove, he was my favorite driver. There's an autographed helmet. There's his 2002 Winston Cup Championship trophy. Even a nice big bottle of wine or champagne. It's a beautiful car.
Now this is a 1929 Ford Roadster that Don Miller rode on the salt flats at Bonneville. In 1991, Don broke the track record for a 29 Ford Roadster.
Wow.
And it held to about 5 years ago, and a guy came in there and just beat him like a half a mile an hour or something like that.
Yeah, just barely broke it.
It's very good, but that is the original car.
And you said 1929.
Well, that's a 29 Ford Roadster.
29 Ford Roadster. And you said Don Miller was an avid dragster.
Yes, a drag racing in '91. But he worked for Roger, with Roger Penske for like about 38, 39 years total. And he was in charge of Penske South down here.
Okay.
Mr. Wallace and Ryan, all those guys. But this is a 1996 Corey Mack top fuel dragster with 321.77 miles per hour at 4.5 seconds.
Wow.
Had the fastest time. We used to have the funny car McDonald's in here, and these cars right here at that time, Joe Gibbs owned the McDonald's race team.
Gotcha.
And the funny car right there was a McDonald's body on it too, and it ran 311 miles an hour, and it had the fastest time that year.
311 miles an hour. Wow. That's crazy. But it definitely looks fun. I need to get out to a drag race one day.
Well, this thing right here is a twin-engine dragster, and the guy lives over in Denver that built this car. He can do anything with an English wheel or anything that you think about in racing. He designed the exhaust system on this thing here to get the max flow out of it. Right there for
Now, what is his name?
For horsepower.
But he's out of Denver as well.
Yes, he's out of Denver right here.
Okay.
But anyway, once he designed the right side with the right engine in it, then he had to reverse everything to get the left side done.
Yeah. Because they're identical right there in the center.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly right, because they want to get the max air going through them for the horsepower.
Wow.
Chevy 2, this is Don Miller's car. Now, this is the replica of the real thing that Don ran when he was in St. Louis.
Big noise.
A big noise. When they fire this thing up, it does sound pretty nice.
Does he crank it up sometimes just to hear it?
Yes,
Just to keep it warm?
just once in a while.
And there's big noise too.
Right now, this right here is Rusty Wallace's 1980 rookie car. He had three of these cars. There's two of them look like this. Here, there's one, just a paint scheme on the outside windows there. It's a little bit different. There's one difference.
Wow.
And that was his 1980 rookie car.
And he had three of them.
Yes, he had three of them.
Nice.
We drove for larger principal.
Yeah.
Now, this 89 Pontiac Midnight, this is Rusty's championship car. But at the end of the year right there, they had like a couple, three cars left right there, and they took the best parts off of them and made this one here, then got rid of the rest of the stuff.
And this is the championship ride right here.
There's the engines there. There's a 2000 ARCA car by Ron Newman. He went to Charlotte, and they put him in an ARCA car down there. And he broke the track record and also won the race in ARCA.
Wow, good
Now
deal.
you look on the back fenders, and the buckle on this thing here, you'll see the yellow stripes.
Ah, gotcha. Because he's got those rookies.
Exactly.
There's a nice autographed race suit and a hat. Number 27, Ryan Newman.
27, that is his ARCA car.
Ryan Newman's a good guy.
He's one of our board members.
Oh, very good.
This one here is the Darrell Walter car. Parts America. West United brand on it. Monte Carlo.
Sue, Christy, and David.
Now, no, these two cars here together, they were both from Rome, New York. Jerry Cook in the red one. And you have Richie Evans in the 61 car.
Okay.
Richie won 9 national championships. I don't know how many that Jerry did, but Jerry's one of our board members now. He's a fantastic guy out there. This is one of his original cars that they just redone here within the last couple of years.
Number 38.
And he wanted it in the museum, and Don said, "You bring that thing in here." This one right here, I think this was one within the Nascar Hall of Fame. I was there for a couple of years.
Okay. Number 61, B&M Speed Shop.
And Richie Evans right there, that Billy Natchowitz was his crew chief, 8 of the 9 national championships. Well, Billy ended up marrying Richie's wife later on right there, Lynn. two very nice folks right there. Richie was killed down, I think it was in Richmond, in a race accident. But those two there, one weekend Jerry would win, next weekend Richie would win.
Good competition, back and
Very,
forth.
very good competition right there.
Just looking at the difference of the insides.
Mm-hmm. Now, with all these flags here, come from Danbury State Fairgrounds, where they used to run the Danbury races a lot up there.
Danbury, Connecticut?
Yes, Danbury, Connecticut.
Yeah, okay. Now, what state are you from?
Originally West Virginia, then I moved to Ohio, then I moved to North Carolina.
All right.
Saving the salt.
This is our Dale Earnhardt flashing that we put up right after Dale passed away.
We need the racers. We need the scientists to say.
Lots of honor in Dale Sr.
Well, the movie right here is about the Bonneville salt flats, about Donald. I guess it is.
Sure like that car.
Well, this car here is a special car. It's a 3/4 size car right there that was specially made. And there's a story behind it right there that why we have it, that NASCAR doesn't right there, I can't say.
I understand.
Anyway,
So it's 3/4 of the car.
But we had they got mannequin and everything. Put a suit and everything on.
How cool is that?
It was like you stepped out of...
That is, I like that. It's
You could have been
just about the whole thing.
Just
Just short.
First time I saw it, my first thought is, why are we not cold? Because it looked like
And there's the Intimidator right there.
That's it.
That tastes just like our table saw.
Now this wall here, in about the last 12 years, people that's been in here, we've had them sign a wall. Right there, we got some pretty good names. Right there's Jeff Fuller, Sam Bass, Patrick McHenry. He's one of our congressmen right there that I gave him a personal tour here when he was running for Congress.
Nice.
And I had him sign them. There's one, the line I was telling you about, Rusty Wallace again, Doris Roberts, Ronnie Thomas, the 1978 champion.
Wonderful.
There's Larry McReynolds.
Larry McReynolds.
And this fellow here just passed away this spring right here, Dr. Darn Parr from Mountain City, Tennessee. He's a Jimmy Helms, Duckus in it, Bonneville case she wrote a Nascar cookbook. That was really good.
Dave Marcus, yeah.
Yeah. And
Bud Moore.
no, this is Little Bud Moore.
Little Bud Moore, okay.
That's a little bit. Right here's Brownie King there at it, and Robert Yates.
That's awesome. I like that.
Racing Louise Smith, I had her sign the wall right there when she was
First Lady Racing.
yeah. And the Rumpel family right there was here, and
Nova Scotia Legends Atlantic.
yeah.
Okay.
There's Charlie Roberts from down Talladega right there that ran
Okay.
different races. Jabe Thomas, this is Ronnie Thomas's dad. He was a '78 NASCAR rookie, but Jabe drove the last of the '60s and through the '70s.
Okay.
And that right here's Ricky Rudd.
Ricky Rudd, yeah.
Yeah.
So it really was wonderful walking around the North Carolina Auto Racing Museum with Mr. Bob Hissom. If you guys get a chance, by all means, stop over here, North Carolina Auto Racing Museum, Highway 150, Race City, USA, Mooresville, North Carolina. Everybody that's here are volunteers, and they donate their time and their knowledge, just like Mr. Bob there. They walk around, they'll tell you stories, just like he did here, about this Ken Schrader IROC. And if you like NASCAR legends, racing legends, they do have an event where they bring legends out here to the North Carolina Auto Racing Museum, and that will be the second Tuesday after Thanksgiving. So second Tuesday basically in December, and at one point they said they had like 75 legend drivers out here signing autographs, meeting fans. That's pretty awesome. And so if you like it, mark it on your calendar. Come out here, second Tuesday in December. Meet some legends. Meet me, I'll be here. And we'll go have lunch at Lancaster's Barbecue. So we're just taking a quick look around so you guys can see pretty much all the other vehicles that we really didn't talk about. And they are constantly improving and changing and moving things around. These two volunteers right here, these military veterans right here, they're gonna move some stuff around, and they're gonna just keep this place up to date. So in this section right here, you've got tires. You can purchase tires. There's a Ben Rhodes 2021 Truck Championship, Ross Chastain, Corey LaJoie. There's a Ryan Newman tire. But they got some uniforms. There's an autographed Lowe's right there. We all know that's Jimmy Johnson's famous autograph right there. But I love coming out here. I love visiting this place. Everybody that I've ever met here is very nice, very friendly, very helpful. Here's Clay Campbell #1. So as always, I'm going to tell you, DJ Wayne, thank you guys for watching. If you have not already done so, please make sure you subscribe, ring that bell so you can stay notified of when we post our videos. Leave happy comments. And for that one person that unlikes every single NASCAR video that I post, thank you. Gotta have one in every crowd, and that's okay. I can post a NASCAR video, and the very first person to watch it, they hit the unlike button. That's okay. Can't make everybody happy. But for the rest of you, I really do appreciate your support. Thank you guys for watching. And hope you continue watching. Isn't that right, Ken Schrader? But as we get ready to wrap up our tour here at this museum, we are going to go uptown Mooresville, North Carolina, and we're going to find the Walk of Fame. I have never been there. I've never seen that, so we're going to go check it out. I'm going to bring you guys and girls with me. And there's a gas can. I still need one. I did not pick one up in Atlanta. There we go. My hero. My hero. Yep, I dressed up like him for the Atlanta race. Had fun with it. Had a blast in Atlanta. I want to go fast. But if you guys ever do visit here at the North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame Museum, make sure you ask if Mr. Bob is here off camera. He told me some pretty awesome, amazing stories. Really wonderful gentleman to talk to. He is living his dream, working here, volunteering here. He wanted to be a tour guide. He loves the legends. He knows most of the legends, and I mean that seriously. But he did. He looked at me and he says, I'm living my dream. That's awesome. Congratulations, Bob. And I will let you guys and girls in on a little secret too. Mr. Bob told me that there is a major event coming up in Mount Airy, North Carolina, Mayberry to most of you. And that is going to be on Saturday, September 10th. And he says legitimately there will be like 1,000 cars there. And a lot of legends, a lot of cars. They're going to be lined up right up and down Main Street, Snappy Lunch, Floyd's Barbershop, the whole 9 yards. And Mr. Bob told me that he is actually being presented an award this year. So congratulations, Mr. Bob. Saturday, September 10th, Mount Airy, North Carolina. If you want to maybe look into that trip there, feel free to. I will not be there. I've definitely got other plans already on the books. But if you can be there, go for it. All right, DJ Wayne, North Carolina Auto Racing Hall of Fame Museum. We're going to go check out the gift shop, and then we're out of here.
Hammer, nice. I'll call you Hammer. But, if you guys
So this is the awesome gift shop.
Bob will point out a couple things
Here's
for you all.
Mr. the King, Richard Petty.
You guys will-
They definitely have a little hodgepodge of everything you could find. You could even try yourself and see if you can fit in there. That is not for sale, but you can sit in it.
Let's see. Are you by yourself or are you with the group? Just, yeah. See. All four of us, sorry, yeah.
Take you home a tire 12.
The cheapest one there would be the family as well. I think with them.
They even have some trading cards over here. They've got 8x10 photos. They've got autographed photos. They've got trading cards. Everything under the sun. Gray City, USA. Last time we were in here, we walked out of here with a couple of tires. Jason had chili mini-me. He took one back to his house, and I've got one at mine as well. You can come in here, you can take some hubcaps home. You can, oh, there's a Richard Childress Racing right there. You can take home a tire, you can take home pretty much anything you want here. Thank you guys for watching.